seen some guys, I don't know, get sick. It's kind of allowed you to get a few more reps.
Yeah, it was a really good opportunity. Obviously, we had some illness. I mean, like something you can't avoid. Kind of just, you know what I mean? I don't know where it came from. It's just some random, another obstacle. But yeah, I took a lot of extra reps. We just had guys sick. You never knew who you were going to have one day. I felt like someone was getting sick every other day. But I think that I took advantage of my reps, and yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to do well with that and reinforce the coaches with my ability.
When you know that there are two returning starters at tackle, and you get into like this phase of the offseason where it's like those guys are so solidified there, like what is it like for you day to day to keep working and understanding that like you are quite literally one play away, maybe more than at any other point in your career?
Just focusing on myself continuously. I feel like I can't just be focused on all those guys in front of me. Like I'm gonna like turn stuff off. Like I don't care. It's a big, because I know it is one play. Like it could be second play of the Oregon game. I got to go in. I got to play. We got to win this game. Like, you know what I mean. So that's kind of how I approached it the whole off season, especially with some exit meetings with our coaches in the spring. That's how we wanted to attack it. So that's kind of how it's been.
How much more confident are you in going in the second play of the Oregon game than if you would have been asked to go in the second play of last year's Michigan game? Like how much different do you feel right now?
Definitely a lot more confident. I've had much more reps, reps on reps, like a whole other spring ball, and I got back on the side that I'm more comfortable on, the left side, and I just feel like I've had a whole year at that spring ball in camp, and I've had a lot of reps with the ones, obviously, because of stuff that's been going on during camp. So I feel good about myself. I feel much better than I did last year.
Going from right back to left, is that like
a
spiritual thing?
It was awesome. People don't understand it until you play tackle, but that is I feel like one of the hardest things you can do is going from right to left or just switching up from your non-dominant hand side to your dominant hand side. It's a world of difference, especially when you're like going against defensive ends that are going to take advantage of anything that you give them. Yep.
Zen, Ryan Day's talked a lot about Seth McLaughlin's leadership this season since coming from Alabama. What ways have you seen him step up as a leader?
He's a dude that you kind of look at, and he's really smart, and I trust a lot of what Seth says. So a lot of the time when he gets up and he has something to say, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this seriously because I know that Seth means this. He has something behind that. Like I know that he has good meaning, and that whatever he's saying is probably important.
How would you describe his leadership style? Is he someone that leads by example? Is he someone that is more vocal? How would you really describe the way that he's contributed his leadership so far?
I would say more of a, like lead by example kind of guy. And when you need someone, like if it is going bad and we need someone to step up and it seems kind of quiet, Seth will get up there and say something. But I think that he's more of like a do it right, like this is what it's supposed to look like kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like you're not necessarily up there rah all the time, but he's going to be there and he's going to be a good example for everybody behind him.
I know you were asked about some of the tackles. JT Tuimoloau was here yesterday. He was talking about how him and Josh Simmons have kind of been going at it in preseason camp. He's someone that JT has seen as grown in athleticism, has quick feet. What have you seen from Josh this preseason camp?
Definitely Josh is a super athletic guy. Like seeing him, just battle back. He was sick for a little bit, came back. He's just doing a good job. He's doing Josh Simmons. He has incredible athletic ability, so I feel like the sky's the limit with Josh.
And then also talking about Tegra Shabola and Carson kind of competing at that right guard spot. What have you seen from both of those two guys as they're kind of going at it there?
Both of them just taking their reps, doing a good job. Like not just like sitting there and being like, all right, this is another play. Like I see them fiercely battling for that position. So I think they're both doing a great job.
Zen, where have you been practicing primarily at?
Position or left tackle?
Left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Has that been your natural position pretty much?
Yeah, I played left tackle towards the end of my high school career. I played it all the way up until the spring of my junior season here. And I went to right for spring ball, a little bit of camp, and I went back to left. I think that I'm much more comfortable at left tackle.
You went to right this past
the spring before this spring, so my junior, yep.
Were you right tackle all of last season, like throughout the year?
No, I played left.
Okay,
yeah,
so you've primarily been left.
Yeah, most of my time here has been left. I'm very, very much more comfortable at left tackle. I'm left-handed. Like everything I do, I've been playing left tackle.
Are you left-footed too?
I'd say that, yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You kick with your left foot?
Yeah.
Chip made the comment about wanting 10 guys, if possible. Because you guys are going to need as much depth as possible, especially when it comes to the offensive line. Do you think right now your room is at that point where you could probably legitimately platoon, like, and not just kind of at the end of the game type thing, but really throughout the game and get some meaningful minutes?
Yeah, like with all the stuff that went on during camp, like a lot of guys got a lot of reps, and I feel like a lot of guys were able to step up and show that like they are reliable. Like there were days that we didn't know who we had going into practice, so it was. I think that genuinely, I can honestly full-heartedly say that we have good pieces in our room, and we have depth, more depth than I feel like we've had since I've been here.
Do you think that would be something that like you guys would be able to kind of cohesively agree on? Like it's like, okay, hey, second unit, let's get in there, and it's end of the first quarter or second quarter, whatever the case is, and some people may not get like kind of touchy about I got to come out of the game. You think you guys have that kind of like relationship, if you will, to be able to agree upon something like that? Or?
I feel like our room has a great relationship. I feel like that we, everyone's best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of the closest, just rooms I've ever been in. I feel like we've been together for so long, and all the young guys have been coming along. So it's been good. I'd say
You guys have bonded. Sounds like pretty well. How do you guys as a unit handle the criticism? He's been here for a couple of years with the O-line, and then it's just constant.
Yeah.
Weekly, that type of thing.
Yeah, when you're at a place like this and everything around you is really good, you got to keep up. And what Coach Fry always tells us is that we have him in our room, so like there's no it's on us. Like you look at your brothers next to you, and it's on all of us to uphold that standard and just keep kind of like fighting to be the best version that we can be of our offensive line unit and put it out there on game day.
What's the biggest thing that feels different for you this year than maybe years past?
I would say confidence and just comfortableness. And then I'm in my fourth year. I'm back at my just playing left tackle. I'm having a good time. I've just been, I feel like I've just been genuinely having fun with it. Not taking it seriously, but like it's at the same time realizing that like it's football. And I feel like that has almost relaxed me. I've been able to play faster. I've been able to, just be more comfortable.
What do you think it is that's instilled that confidence in you?
Reps, for sure. Reps. I've had a lot of reps this camp, and just say that.
Is this a camp you probably had the most reps of any camp you've ever had?
Oh yeah, probably the first week of camp, I was taking like 30, 40 reps of practice. I feel like just because we were going back to back, me and Austin, just going ones and twos, and you know what I'm saying, we had guys sick and whatnot, so yeah, I got a bunch of reps, so yeah, I feel good about it.
How have you seen Austin take to playing tackle?
He's doing good. I feel like Austin, he gets out there, he's tired, it's like the end of the rack, we're switching off, we don't have anybody, so I think that sometimes it's kind of just like, I gotta go out there, but he's gotten better at it for sure.
Just in general, like him playing both tackle guard, like what are the things you've seen from him this year too?
Seeing Austin go to, gosh, I feel like Austin's made such a big jump this year from last year guard. Obviously I didn't see him a whole bunch last year because I think he was primarily on scout team, but this year, especially spring ball, I saw him take some strides, but this camp especially, Austin has stepped up so much. I've seen so much more from Austin.